Paced by the goal-scoring abilities of Nikki Lefebvre and Mary Vernetti, Grizzly women's soccer scored a school record 54 goals in 18 matches in 2014, accounting for the 16th best goals per game mark in the country. In all, 18 different Grizzlies found the back of the net at least once last fall, helping GGC to the third consecutive season with double-digit victories. Checking in, number 10 is Grizzly women's soccer, 54 goals scored this season. With 10 graduates in the fall and 11 in the spring, Grizzly Athletics produced its most graduates to date in the 2014-15 academic year. The fall proved to be particularly notable as former soccer players Renee Anang, Jose Figueroa, Andres Milano, and Juan Matute joined one non-athlete as the first international graduates in Georgia Gwinnett College histories. Standing proudly at number 9 is the Grizzly graduates of 2014-15. Grizzly tennis enjoyed yet another year to remember in the 2014-15 season as the program logged another first in the fall as Jordan Cox earned the ITA regional singles crown and the duo of Lachlan McPhee and Connor Clements picked up the doubles title to become the first ever regional champions in school history. This earned automatic berths into the small college national championships. Valeria Pota would join her fellow Grizzlies by picking up an at-large berth on the women's side. Bouncing around at number 8 is history made by Grizzly tennis at the ITA Regionals. An impressive 13 athletes across 5 of GGC's 6 sports picked up NAI All-American honors this season, led by a group of 6 first-teamers, including NAI National Player of the Year Ty Abbott from the Grizzly baseball team. Meanwhile, Grizzly softball player Cassidy Littlefield joined Matthias Hatim and Valeria Pota as the first athletes in school history to pick up back-to-back first-team honors. Of the last 2 seasons, the Grizzlies have earned a total of 31 national recognitions. At number 7, it's 13 Grizzly All-Americans. Last season left the Grizzly softball team hungry for more, and they unquestionably delivered in 2015 as the team lifted its first ever AI championship in May to advance to their first ever NAI tournament. The championship weekend in Lawrenceville was one to remember as the Grizzlies edged out 3 tight games to advance to the championship showdown. Clutch hitting and dominating pitching made the recipe for success as Mary Burke earned Most Outstanding Player of the Tournament and Kayla Byram shut the door on Ashford with a 2-hit shutout in the title bout as GGC finished the year with a 26-2 record at the Grizzly softball complex. Engraving their names at number 6 is Grizzly Softball's AI Championship. Grizzly men's soccer continued to be the class of the AII in 2014 as the program became the first in school history to hoist back-to-back conference titles with a memorable pair of days in the frigid temperatures of Clinton, Iowa. After a last-minute strike from Ibrahima Sissoko in the semifinals versus Cal State San Marcos, Most Outstanding Player Lewis Sharp led the Grizzlies to a gritty, snowy 2-1 victory over Houston Victoria to clinch a berth in the NAI tournament for the second consecutive season. A snowy celebration for Grizzly men's soccer, the AI Championship is number 5 on our countdown. The success was rampant around Grizzly Athletics this season, and that's probably no more apparent than looking at the big wins for each program this year. 5 of GGC's 6 varsity sports earned at least 1 win over a top 3 opponent this season. Men's soccer started the trend with a win over number 2 and national runner-up Auburn Montgomery in the fall. Softball kept it going with a pair of season-opening routs over number 3 Reinhardt. Women's tennis also notched a number 3 win, beating Bernal to close out the regular season. But perhaps the most notable, baseball's extra inning victory over top-ranked Faulkner, and men's tennis nail-biter against Division II defending national champion and second-ranked West Florida. The nation's best getting beat by the Grizzlies ranks number 4 on the top accomplishments of the 2014-15 season. The Grizzlies did more than just log big wins in the 2014-15 season, as 5 of the 6 programs ended the season ranked among the nation's top 25. But it was the last week of April that served as one of the most memorable, as 3 of the GGC's 6 sports held number 1 rankings at the exact same time. Men's tennis, women's tennis, and baseball, who received their first ever number 1 rankings. Men's soccer picked up program best ranking, topping out at number 7. Meanwhile, softball also added to the program high of number 21. As we climb up our top 10 accomplishments to number 3, it's the Grizzlies climbing the coaches poll to new heights. The effort to repeat as national champions came up just short for the Grizzly women's tennis team, but it was once again an impressive campaign for the green and gray as they did not drop a match to an NAI opponent until the 5-4 heartbreaker to AUM in a national championship match. Led by the fantastic play of Valaria Pota, who ended the season as the first ever Grizzly to achieve a national number 1 singles ranking. The Grizzlies finished the year ranked second in the country. At number 2, it's another great season for Grizzly women's tennis. Dominance. That's really the only adjective one could use to describe the Grizzly men's tennis team at the NAI National Tournament as they lifted a second straight national championship. The team won all 4 matches at the event by a 5-0 line score, with each of the first 2 matches finishing up in less than 2 hours. In fact, the Grizzlies didn't drop a point to an NAI opponent over the course of the entire season, as Chase Hodges once again earned National Coach of the Year, and the team finished with 5 players ranked in the nation's top 50, a feat that no other school can claim regardless of division. The top accomplishment belongs to the top team of Grizzly Athletics, the 2015 NAI National Champion, Grizzly Men's Tennis.